Right, being I've now hit 400 subscribers, there's now going to be a special video. I didn't think I'd get to 400 subscribers this quick because it's still early 2014. But gosh, thanks. I would like to get to 1,000 subscribers. That would be ace. And it would be big. But 400 subscribers is still big. I mean, in the case of 1,000 subscribers, it's probably best to work up to that. But I'd still like to do videos such as 500 subscribers, 600, 700, yada yada. But that's not really important right now because this video is about 400 subscribers. And so in this video, which I began planning, I thought to myself, what could I do? And then I thought, I'd do a review. Why not? And in this video, I'm reviewing a Hornby model. As you can tell by the logo on the box, and in the title, and even in the intro at the start, it mentions the model is made by Hornby. So technically, you knew at the start, it was Hornby that I was going to be reviewing. Of course. Now, this model I have here is a Hunslet Austerity, but it doesn't say on the box it's a Hunslet Austerity. They call it a J94, and the picture on the card insert in the box is of a J94. Now, I have already spoke about this before, but to put this into perspective, because I can talk about it a bit more in detail, this is a J94 I have here. It's probably best to move the box out of the way. And this is a Hunslet Austerity. Now, the locos in real life and on the model, of course, they do look the same. But there are differences between the two. For a start, the J94 we have here, well, it's in BR black, of course. But when the LNER came in and bought a few of these, they gave it a British Railways number, which is 68. This one is number 68074. Do excuse the dust on it, it has sat on the shelf for a while. But I'll be dusting it down later. Also, they extended the bunker, as you can see there, which has had real coal put in it. And they even added a ladder on the back. Now, the Hunslet Austerity I have here has no BR number on the side. It's not in BR black, and it doesn't have the extended bunker or a ladder on the back. That's basically putting it a simple way. And of course, this one is Wimbleberry, and it's in NTB blue livery. And as you can see, the bunker there's been filled with real coal. In fact, you can see the video on YouTube of me doing so. Well, there seems to be a mark on the model there. So, they look the same, but they're different. And I think, for the one they're bringing out this year, Hornby have corrected it and said it's a Hunslet Austerity like it is, rather than J94. Because they weren't called J94s until the LNER classified them as that. But, you know, never mind. I suppose it's an easy mistake to make. So, we'll put them away because they aren't really the focus of this video. Now, the Hunslet Austerity we have here is special, simply because, and for one reason only, it's got my name written on it. Literally it has. This one is called Peter, and I think that's really, really ace. This model has long since been discontinued by Hornby, and it's really hard to get hold of, because when I was planning the 400 subscriber special video, it was going to be down between 3 locos I had on my wish list to think which one I was going to review as a 400 subscriber special. It was between this one, the Batman 8750 pannier tank, or the N-Class. Originally, now I've known about this model for ages, but originally I was going to buy one of the Harry J94s and renumber it to, well, not renumber, rename it to Peter. But then I suddenly remembered about this model, and so I searched it online and found pictures on Google, and I thought it was really ace. And then I went onto eBay and found this, and so I thought, yes, I must buy it. Of course, it's perfect for this subscriber special, at least in my opinion anyway. And so I bought it. And I know I've said that the red livery that the Harry one carries is nicer, but I've actually now grown to like this livery more, if you know what I mean. And it is an NCB one as well. It's not an NCB blue, but it's still an NCB one. So that's even more nicer. And what's even greater is, it's already been named Peter, which is my name, of course. Well, as you already knew, of course. You know, Class 47 Peter. Peter is my name, you know. Never mind. This one's already been named that by Hornby, so, you know, I didn't think it would be as special if I renamed the locomotive to that, if you know what I'm saying. But anyway, let's get this open and see what it's like. Well, actually, I have already opened this model, but I've not actually seen what it's like in detail. Okay, so there's the standard Hornby box. Nothing particularly special. There's the card insert and the information on the back. R2327 NTB060ST, Hunslet Austerity, not J94, and Peter, of course. Then here we have the instructions, not the first ones I have for this locomotive, but I'm still going to keep hold of these. And it's basically how to remove the couplings, replacing the motor, as you can see there, lubrication, and that's basically more or less about it. Yeah, that's about it. And so there's the loco, wrapped in tissue paper. So just gently take out the model. Oh, there's a bit of polystyrene there. So now all we need to do is to take the tissue paper off and throw that in the bin. And here is the loco. Wow. Isn't it a beaut? Now I'm not going to call it a she, obviously, because it's got my name on it, which is a male's name. So I'm going to call it a he. In fact, actually, it's literally like holding myself, isn't it? Nah. That was terrible. Moving on. But wow, what a loco. I mean, you can just see how ace it looks. I mean, for starters, there is plenty of weight in this model, and that's because, and I'm not going to take this model apart, definitely not, is there's actually a weight that's the same shape as the saddle tank. In fact, if we come back to the instructions, if we can just get them, you can see there's a drawing there that shows the weight, which is the same shape as the saddle tank. And I have seen that in pictures as well, but I'm not going to take it apart just to show you that, because it's not worth it and it's a bit pointless. But that's what makes this loco heavy, basically. But it's good because we need the weight, it's important. And for that reason as well, there's no traction tyres on the model, but then it doesn't really need them anyway. We also have sprung metal buffers on both ends, of course, because that's Hornby's thing. And the couplings, now you can remove them, but it's not by them sockets, they're by screws. And when I first got this model, the hooks on the couplings were missing on both ones. So I went on to Peter's Spares and brought some new couplings and fitted them on, because I just think the couplings look better with the hooks on. I don't know why, they just do. And there's the nice red side rods you can see on the wheels. You get nice footsteps and some piping here, which is not painted, but you could if you wanted to. And there's rivets on the buffer beams, and you get a nice little hook there, so you can fix chain link ones on if you want. You also get some lamp irons on the model, and rivets, and the smoke box door handles, which are painted, which is nice. And you also get a nice handrail at the top, and another lamp iron. And there's the chimney, which has a screw in it, as you can just about see, and that basically helps to take the body off. And there's the water filler cap and the dome, and I like the fact that the dome is painted black, so it really does look nice, and it makes it stand out as well. And there's the whistles and the safety valve. There's glazing in the cab windows, as you can see there. And at the back, you can see at the front, accurately like the real thing, the windows are square, and at the back, the windows are round. And that's a really nice feature that Hornby have done that, because it appears on the real one. There's also a vent at the top of the cab. Now, it doesn't open, but it doesn't really need to be honest. And besides, even if it did, you wouldn't really get the model a 10 out of 10. There's also some nice rivets on the smoke box as well. And some more handrails, as you can see there, under the boiler, and one there. And also there's some more handrails here, and of course, 2 handrails that go down the side of the boiler. Or side of the tank, rather. The running board, not much to say about it, but it's painted black, like it is in reality. And you can also see under the boiler, just about, as you can see, and that's really nice. You also have, if the camera will focus, because it is actually getting to evening outside. There's also some rivets on the side of the cab, and that is a, come on, focus, it's a builder's plate, so it was built in Leeds. And that there is, I've no idea what it is, but it's an emblem of some sort. Oh, bad focus. And there is cab detailing. Now, what's awesome about this, the cab detailing is actually painted. Not by me, it already came like that. You can see the handles there have been painted, and you might just be able to see there, you can just get a glimpse that the gauges and the dials have been painted. And that's actually really nice, because if I just show you Wimbleberry again, Hornby didn't paint these. They are unpainted, as you can clearly see. And I think that's a really nice touch that whoever owned this has done that, because it adds to detail. Even though you can always paint them yourself, but it's still nice that someone's done that, because it makes a change. At the back you've got some more lamp irons, of course, and you get fake coal in the bunker, which I will put some real stuff in there, definitely. And then on the other side, you have the reversing lever, which is painted red. Another handrail under the boiler, and some more here. I think that the driver would grab onto that to climb up to the boiler and to the water filler cap, to fill it with water. There's some more rivets as well, and again red side rods. And the livery, wow, I really do like the yellow with the black borders around it. And what I do like especially, it's not a shocking yellow. It's not like a really, really bright yellow that is anything you'd see like, I don't know, let's say for example a Hornby Railroad Range model. It's sort of like, how can I put this, a khaki desert sand yellow livery. And I actually really do like that. And of course, there's the nameplates, which say my name on it, Peter. And I like how they're painted black and the text is in yellow, so it's easily readable. And I know they're only printed, but I've got no intention to buy extra ones. But wow. So I've got a locomotive named Katie. You all know why, I'm not going to say it in this review, because it would just make it longer. And so now I've got one called Peter. In fact, actually, that would be really cute to see these two locomotives standing side by side, or even double heading. But wow, what a loco. And out of the 2 Hunslet Austerities I have, the J94 I showed you earlier doesn't count, of course. This one is the most important one, of course, for the reason it's me, it's got my name on it. And wow, it really is a privilege to have this model and holding it in my hand, especially because there aren't many of these ones about. And the detail on these, it's just stunning. If you can buy one of these, then get one, because you won't be disappointed. The detailing is fantastic. It's easily like a Batman Ginty or a Batman Prairie Tank. The quality is just as great. So all that's left to do now is to put it on the track. Okay, so here we are at the track, and we are putting the loco onto the rails. And that was easy because it's an 060. Now it is night outside because I have been doing other things off camera, but still. Okay, so we'll just give it a bit of a wiggle. Oh yes, look at that. Okay, take it away, Peter. Not me, I mean the loco. Well, the model's running really smoothly. There's no grinding noises. Just look at the red side rods go down. So, there goes the model into the tunnel. Now look what's happened here. That's all that condensation for you. That isn't very good. Back to the model. I mean, the loco's running so smooth. And it's got a very accurate slow geared motor as well, which is accurate to scale and doesn't make it go unrealistically fast like a railroad 040. And there he goes, passing the seaside, which still looks like a ghost town, but there'll be people and scenery there eventually. Or scenery, I mean, there'll be things on the beach. You know what I mean. Back to the station. And here's the 14XX with the auto coach, which the 14XX has now got fire irons added. There are pictures on Twitter, and these are the Springside ones, and I've put them on to make the model look a bit more detailed. And there's the auto coach, which now has a bell on, and I've restored it a bit by repainting the roof and the body. So them have been projects on the go. And also, I am currently detailing the Class 121, which is another project. Okay, so now let's get it pulling a train. What shall we couple this up to? I know. Okay, so this is the train that the loco will be pulling. This long coal train. Okay, well, that's kind of a cheat because only 3 of the wagons are filled with coal. But this is the sort of train it would have pulled, and it would be about this long as well, or even longer, because they were strong locos in reality. Okay, so now let's get P to the Hunslet Austerity rolling. Oh yes, look at that. That is doing it with ease. And here comes the train, rolling under the bridge. Look at that, not even a strain. And that's about the speed that the loco in reality would have pulled trains. Because they weren't built like A4 Pacifics that speed around. can even get around the bends quite easily. So how can we sum up this model? Well, I definitely recommend you get it. And for the money, they're definitely worth it. Very strong, smooth running, and they're quite detailed as well.